I'm Gina Grizzle, and I am teaming up with Keith Trim and Trim Photo, and we are on to Hidden Gem number 5. We've been completing a series here in Fairbury, Nebraska, and we've been covering the hidden gems in and around Fairbury. Today we're at Rock Creek Station Historical Park. This state park is located 6 miles southeast of Fairbury, and it encompasses 350 acres of unique landscape. Rock Creek Station Recreation Area encompasses 40 acres, and it actually bumps up to the historical park. This park is known as an important part of the Pony Express, the Road Ranch, and stagecoach stops along the Oregon Trail. But boy, do we have some exciting things to reveal. Our research is going to uncover some hidden gems within the park. In 1859, David McCanles actually built a toll bridge to assist the settlers in crossing Rock Creek. What's more amazing is he actually was alleged to have led an outlaw gang. The outlaw gang was actually accused of train robberies, bank robberies, horse thefts, cattle thefts, and murders. But what's even more interesting is McCanles had told people that within half an hour of this area, he buried a pot full of gold, and that gold has never been found. On July 16, 1861, that is when Rock Creek Station gained its notoriety. Many of you remember Wild Bill Hickok from the history books. Well, let me tell you the story. McCanles arrived at this station with his 12-year-old son, James Wood, and another employee, James Gordon. Now, McCanles demanded to see Wellman, who was behind on his rent payments. Now, history have all different accounts of what actually happened, but what we do know is Wild Bill Hickok shot McCanles dead. He wounded Gordon, he wounded Woods, and then another guy jumped in, shot Woods, and another one hacked to death Gordon with the garden hoe. Now this was the start of Wild Bill Hickok's killings. History books have him from killing anywhere from 7 to 100 men over his lifetime. The bodies of McCanles and Woods were actually buried up on top of the hill, both of them in the same pine box. And then Gordon was actually wrapped in a blanket and buried by the creek. His body has never been recovered, but McCanles and Woods were actually dug up, and they are now actually buried at the Fairbury Cemetery. The bodies of McCanles and Woods were actually buried up on the hill. They were put in a box together, and they later were dug up and actually moved to the Fairbury Cemetery. Now, Gordon's body was wrapped up in a blanket, buried along the creek, and his body is yet to be found. 1860 to 1861, the Pony Express traveled through Rock Creek Station. Also, stagecoaches came through. What's even more amazing is Mark Twain once traveled through on a stagecoach to Rock Creek Station. He actually ate his meals here, and in Twain's book, Roughing It, he said, "Our breakfast was before us, but our teeth were idle." They talked about unsanitary conditions and lots of insects in the food. I can only imagine. And that concludes Hidden Gem number 5. We hope that you've enjoyed our adventures and continue to follow us. Gina Grizzle, Keith Trim, and Trim Photo. We hope you've enjoyed the story behind Rock Creek Station and Wild Bill Hickok.